Matthew Hawkins here with a little thing called Those Moments. Going to be sharing with you a little differently in my blog this week about some moments I've had behind the camera. And this one here this week is from a shoot I did up north outside of Burns Lake for the regional district of Bulkley, Nechako. It was kind of crazy this one time. I was getting out of the truck. We were going to film a guy that did work with pine beetle wood, and this doe, this tiny deer, was right behind me. Freaked the crap out of me because I turn around and there's this deer. One day just outside of Houston, we're out in the bush, middle of nowhere, and there's this guy fishing from like Coquitlam or Port Coquitlam or something, and we asked him if he could film him. And he had this great idea, which was for me to stand directly behind him while he fly fished. And I was so freaked out that he was going to whip his line right behind me and it was going to snap right on my camera or something. But it was a lot of fun just to get on the river. Water was freezing cold, but there's a cool shot coming up here where I'm just sitting down right on the water, camera's right on the water, and had a great time with them. Here it is. So it actually looks like the camera's in the water, but it was sitting on a rock. And the guy's like, oh, we're not catching anything here. Let's go to another place. And sure enough, we go to this other place. Boom! This fish jumps out of the water. And I wish I was quicker with it because the footage just didn't turn out the way I wanted. My first day that we started filming, we went to Vanderhoof, which is just outside of Prince George. And they wanted me to film combines. So I went out to this field and saw two huge combines just mowing down the field, and I actually got sprayed by that. I was sitting right next to it and it went by. This was one of my favorite shots of the whole shoot. I just love being behind the camera on this one, just seeing the greens. It just was awesome. This footage is actually high def, but I've dumbed it down with just make it easier online. But I love this shot. You can see the crows in the background there. When the combines come by and cut the wheat, it makes all the mice visible, so the crows dive down and grab these live mice. Just awesome being able to see the power and how they do this stuff. It was really cool being able to film them. Oh, see those mice? They're dead. They're totally dead. And then just outside of Burns Lake, we went on a ferry where we were staying with Greg Murray's family, and we're able to get these amazing shots while we're on the ferry, and had an interesting story where someone thought I worked for the television, not for a production company or a crew, but asked if I worked for the television. And I had a really hard time not laughing, but I didn't laugh because the guy had like 3 other big, huge buddies in the truck with him, and I didn't want to make fun of him in front of his friends. So, yeah, this is from right on the floor of the ferry. It was a lot of fun. Just amazing sky. This is probably the coolest moment I had while being shooting for the regional district of Bulkley, Nechako. And it's not a camera jib shot or a crane. Hopped right in a helicopter and we flew over. Some of you may recognize it. This is in Smithers. And the helicopter just banked around all the corners of the river. And if you look really closely, just right up to the top there, yeah, that's your mom's house. Yeah, you know it. And yeah, we just followed the river and it was a lot of fun. One of the coolest moments was being able to fly over top and you can start seeing the boats there. There's tons of fishermen lining up along the shores. They're out there for salmon. There's some fishermen coming in right now on the right. You can see them there. I was hoping we'd be able to see fish from the helicopter, but I can't pick out a fish from a rock from above, so I couldn't tell you where they are. And then this was crazy. The helicopter was like basically right on its side, and we wanted to get some shots of the logging truck getting loaded up. And the helicopter pilot was awesome. He just kept circling around, and I was more worried about belting in the camera than I was about belting in myself, which is, yeah. Oh, and this was crazy. We flew down, not quite this fast, but down the ski hill just outside of Smithers. And we were going so fast, I ended up getting like a little bit of frost on my eyebrows, and because the window's open the whole time. Oh, there's your mom's house again. And yeah, just an amazing time being able to do some work for Regional District of Bulkley, Nechako, and special thanks to Greg Murray on this. This was over a year ago that we did it, and by far this was my favorite shot that we did. We flew really low, right over top of a lake, and we ended up using the shot just up here when you see the bank of the river or the lake right there. We used that in the actual material. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll be sharing some more of these cool moments with you later. Bye.